Hey there, YouTube. Burning my fingers on camera. I'll try to make this brief and coherent. I cannot guarantee that. I'm smoking my 7LE 303 Church Warden. The first Church Warden I bought. Anytime smoking, sorry, it will blink horribly. Gawith Hoggarth's Ultimum aromatic, which is actually the topic of the video. I'm trying to form an opinion, bear with me. I'll form it right here, right now. Now if we, cherry aromatics are, a bit of a cherry aromatics, a bit of an acquired taste, and people either start with them and then move on, because we normally start with cheaper tobaccos and then we grow out of them, or we just either come to them later or just stick with them. And I haven't read anything about this tobacco before I bought it. This 10-gram sample pouch. I only had, I think, Gawith and Hoggarth Black Cherry before that, so I skipped the all the really cheap aromatics. So I had Black Cherry, this one, and sorry about the packaging, this, which is a Hobbit's Weed Match by Four Noggins. Hobbit's Weed Match was like, sort of a holy grail of aromatic tobaccos and, Tolkien related tobaccos. So I managed to get my hands on this, bought it, in bulk. Sorry, I'm not using a match, just I think I'm charring the rim of the bowl. And my first thought when I opened this Ultimum pouch, which I think I did on camera actually, is, oh my god, it looks so much like the Hobbit's Weed Match. Here it is. What you basically, it's what you expect from a aromatic tobacco, dark, I think mainly Cavendish based, black Cavendish. If we compare them side by side, let's try to do that. Almost identical, almost. Sort of black with hints of, just pouring some out. Sorry about that. So pretty similar tobacco, and the pouch or tin note my memory about Hobbit's Weed Match was such that I smelled this and I thought I found a substitute. the Ultimum will substitute Hobbit's Weed for me. Then I gave it to my wife. I like to torture my wife with some, tobacco smelling, just pouch, tin notes, because she doesn't like the smell, of burning tobacco. And she was like, "Give me another one." She smelled them both, and she said, "There's a difference." And I gave it a smell, and yes, there is a difference. So it's not the same. So people at Four Noggins are not basically packaging bulk Gawith and Hoggarth Ultimum and calling it Hobbit's Weed Match. No, it's not the case. Not that I thought anything bad about them in the first place. I didn't suspect them of being so, having such bad business practices. So these are different. These are not the same. And now we are into, well, tobacco reviews are very subjective, but now we are in a very, very treacherous, and subjective waters. I think, first of all, did I do anything wrong? First of all, the smell of this is lighter, and there are more sour notes. More sour notes in there compared to Hobbit's Weed, which is much more much sweeter. There are sour notes in Hobbit's Weed, definitely. And the cherry is very prominent in both tobaccos. But here it's a little bit thinner. It's just the cherry and tobacco. Hobbit's Weed Match has cherry, tobacco, and I think it says vanilla in this, and both here and in Hobbit's Weed, but Hobbit's Weed has much more vanilla, and it's more complex, I'd say. And they burn differently, because I said it several times, I think, on this channel. Hobbit's Weed produces these amazing plumes of smoke, which is thick and beautiful and very picturesque, I'd say. I said time and time again that Hobbit's Weed is a great tobacco for filming videos, because it burns good and it produces this beautiful smoke. You don't have to push it to make it smoky. This one, the Ultimum, I'd say it's Hobbit's Weed Light. That will be the description I'll give it. It is consistent. It burns okay, as you can see. All the relights are, as usual, due to my crappy cadence. It doesn't burn very hot. Again, I can feel the bowl, no problem. And a little bit on the hot side, but that's due to the cadence as well. I'm pushing it too hard. The smell is nice. Even if you smell the bowl, you can smell there's something fruity in there. Let's say the taste is milder here than in Hobbit's Weed. In the end, they're pretty nice. Definitely not cheap. Not in the speaking about the price point, but in case of the taste, it doesn't taste cheap and chemical, to me at least. I imagine if I bought something like McBaron Cherry Choice, it will be much more stingy and chemical and unpleasant to the mouth, irritating even. Or maybe I'm shitting on a perfectly good tobacco. Don't take my word for it. I used it as a, stereotypical cheap tobacco. I've had Bristol, which is a Russian blend, and I had a whole video devoted to that, to the, what I believe it was a scam associated with that. It was supposed to be cherry flavored, but that's just, it's not even a crappy tobacco. That's beyond that. It is an abomination. So we're not taking that into account at all. So the taste is much more subtle here and simple. Black cherry, as far as I remember, is simple as well, but it's very prominent. So it's just, this says I'm a cherry aromatic. Black cherry by Gawith and Hoggarth says I'm a cherry aromatic, and what are you gonna do about that? So just pushing. This is much more polite. And like all aromatics, if pushed too hard like I'm doing right now, it loses taste. And I believe Hobbit's weed hangs on in the taste department a little bit better, so it keeps up, even if pushed. So maybe tomorrow, if I go out and manage to film more videos, I'll probably try to smoke Hobbit's weed, but by that time I surely will forget this particular taste profile. So you cannot have a decent, back-to-back comparison only if you have probably, two identical pipes pre-smoked identically, and you smoke them at the same time, swapping them. Too much of a hassle for me. Goes out. Must be my cadence and the fact that I'm over-tamping it, as usual. So I leave it at that. If you want a cherry aromatic, yeah, that's nice. It can totally be an all-day smoke. Packs easily. If you use a Frank method, I use a Frank method mostly. Tastes great. Probably has a pleasant room note. We'll get a gist tomorrow from the wife. So, great all-purpose cherry flavored tobacco. Not Hobbit's weed, not even a Hobbit's weed match, I imagine, because if the match is a match, so it won't surpass the original, which is no longer in production, unfortunately. So I'll never taste that. There are recipes floating around, and I think most people start with Lane 1Q, which has sort of a legendary status in itself as an aromatic tobacco. So if you're shopping for a cherry flavored aromatic, and Gawith and Hoggarth is easy to come by, do give it a try. You won't be disappointed, I think. I'll probably need to clean clog this pipe a little bit because it doesn't exactly gurgle, but I need to do that. By the way, take a look at those. I think those are amazing. I don't remember the brand that just regular pipe cleaners, just with weird color combinations, you know, green and red and yellow. I just love those. Sort of very festive. Let's see if it is moist, if it leaves moisture in the bowl. Another test. I'm just trying to make any possible, give you people any possible information. No, it's not. It's not criminal. Nothing criminal about that. So it's not moist. The tobacco itself is pretty dry, despite the fact that I keep it in a sealed jar. So it was pretty dry, because it's just the nature of the sample bags. They're usually dry. So I leave you with that and the plume of smoke. I'll give it, solid 4 out of 5. 5 being the Hobbit Sweet, probably. Black Cherry will get probably 4 or 3 plus, something like that. I need to buy me a pouch of this and a pouch of Black Cherry and have a straight up shootout. Shootout? Is that a word? I don't remember. Anyways, I'd leave you with that. 10 minutes. We gone. Stay positive. Stay fruity. Have a nice Sunday. And I'll see you people in another one of my videos. Probably outside. See you people. Goodbye.